Hi, today I want to do a updated video on my foundation routine for hot humid weather. I've done one previously and I will link that below, and that foundation routine basically covered what I did on hot humid days using foundation and my makeup and things like that. I'm doing this updated one because I recently found that my foundation routine and makeup routine worked a lot better with certain different products in terms of holding up under hot humid weather, and it's also a much simpler routine. So previously, if you've seen my previous video or if you go back and watch it, you'll find that it was quite an involved process that included a setting spray, anti-shine, foundation, primer, sunscreen, and a whole bunch of stuff. And it was great, and it worked really well for me. It did. The reason I'm doing this updated one is because I found a routine that works even better and is simpler, and because it's simpler, it's easier for me to get ready in the morning and it takes a lot less time, and I am just really happy with it. You would have heard me talk about this in my BB cream video because I did mention it, but I wanted to do a separate video just focusing on talking about a specific routine for hot humid weather and just covering it on its own. So what I do in this routine is very simple. I use a anti-shine and a BB cream, and that is pretty much it. Now, depending on the BB cream that I'm using, I might use an extra moisturizer if it's not moisturizing enough, such as for my Rimmel BB cream, or if the BB cream does not have sunscreen, I will include adding a sunscreen. But generally, that's pretty much it. So I'm going to show you some products with just one particular BB cream and just give you the routine. But otherwise, if you have a look at my BB cream review video, you'll also see all the various other BB creams that I use and the various combinations that I use, and they all apply and they all work well for hot humid weather. So I start off with a anti-shine, and well, no, that's not entirely true. So with this particular BB cream, and I'm using the L'Oreal Magic BB cream as an example, it is moisturizing, but it doesn't have sunscreen. So what I do is I start with sunscreen, and I always use my Neutrogena Ultra Sheer Dry Touch sunscreen. And then on top of that, I use my Smashbox Anti-Shine, and this is the compact anti-shine. I think the Smashbox Anti-Shine also comes in a tube, and that's also available. So after that, I apply my BB cream, and then after the BB cream, I set the BB cream with a mineral powder foundation, and at the moment I'm using my Physicians Formula mineral powder foundation, which I don't have with me at the moment, so I can't show it to you, but it's just a powder foundation. And really, any powder or any mineral powder foundation will work with this particular routine. So that's it. It's really that simple. And for the BB creams I have, which have moisturizer and also have sunscreen, I don't even need the sunscreen. All I need is the anti-shine and the BB cream, and that's it. I don't need to moisturize my face because the BB cream has all the skincare benefits and all the moisturizing products in it, and it also has a sunscreen, so it's basically just the anti-shine and the BB cream, and I call it a day. Now, why do I say this works? Because I applied it and I went to work one day and it was a absolutely stinker of a hot day, and I walked to work, and it's a 15-minute walk to work every day for me, regardless rain, hail, shine, beautiful day, horrible day, it's a 15-minute walk for me to work. And you can work up quite a bit of a sweat walking to work in 15 minutes, especially in a brisk walk, which is what I like to do. So I tend to get very, very sweaty on hot, humid days, which we get here in the summertime. And I get very sweaty around my nose, on my nose, and above my chin. And normally when I blot, everything comes off and my foundation starts to look really patchy and it wears off during the day, and I have to get back to work and then reapply powder and try to touch it up with foundation, and it's a pain in the neck. The BB cream, on the other hand, I have found does not wear off. And when it does wear off, if it wears off, which it usually doesn't, it's not patchy at all. So it wears off really nicely, but your skin still looks flawless and finished and still looks really, really good. So I walked to work one day and I discovered this routine purely by accident because I thought I'd try out a new BB cream. And I walked to work, it was a stinker of a hot day, and I was just dripping in sweat. I mean, literally, I had beads of water running down my face. It was that hot. And I got to work and I thought, oh no, this is gonna be terrible. My makeup's gonna be gone. I'm gonna have to redo it. I got to work, I got a piece of tissue, and I just blotted around my nose, my forehead, and around my chin area. And you know what? My makeup looked perfect after blotting. It did not need a touch-up. I did not even need to powder it or anything. I just blotted off the wet droplets of water that was clinging to my face, and that was it. And then the BB cream combination with the mineral powder foundation just lasted throughout the day. I only needed to blot and powder once, and with the anti-shine, even that wasn't critical because I didn't really get that shiny and really didn't get icky or oily or anything like that. So I could go an entire day. In fact, once, even without the anti-shine, I went an entire 10 hours before I got shiny and I had to blot and then powder. But generally, whether I need it or not, and sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, I blot and powder in the middle of the day around about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon just to freshen up and feel a little bit better. And having to just do that once a day in a very long work day, I think is all right. It works really well. So I'm very, very happy with this routine that I've discovered for hot, humid weather. And now I use my BB creams in the summertime, not only on the weekends, which was mostly what I was doing, but also during the week for work, and just use the anti-shine and the BB cream as a combination, and it works really, really well for me. So thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!